Welcome back to FrogComposband. We're starting up a new playthrough today, and I'll just quickly go over exactly what we're doing. So the race that we're playing is an android. The interesting thing about androids is that instead of experience, we have a construct value. So androids gain levels from their equipment, and the better equipment you're wearing, the higher your level. We also get poison resistance, free action, slow digestion, and hold life for free, as well as pretty decent stats. And the class that we're playing is a rogue. So with rogues, they're pretty much standard stealthy class. Pretty decent at fighting, not too much worse than a warrior, and they're also decent with ranged combat. You get bonuses to slings with rogues. And additionally, we also get a spell realm. So we can choose Sorcery, Death, Trump, Arcane Craft, Law, or Burglary. And I've gone with Burglary because that's the one that's unique to rogues. For personality, we've gone Lucky, which will synergize well with Android, hopefully. Because we gain levels from wearing good equipment as an Android, and Lucky will make the equipment that we find better on average. Hopefully that works out pretty well. So the first thing I will do is learn Detect Traps from our Burglar's Handbook. And then I think I'll go over here and do the Trouble at Home quest, because the reward for this one is just setting up my options, a good armor, which should hopefully get us a couple of levels to start us off with. Because we don't gain experience for killing things as an android, there's not really any reason to, aside from the loot that monsters drop when you do kill them. So we want to kill monsters just for like stat boosts for killing dungeon guardians and for general loot drops, but aside from that, we don't actually want to fight monsters if possible. Well, there was a nice spear there, but it wasn't good enough to bring us up to the next level. We don't need any Elvish Wayward because as an android we actually drink flasks of oil for sustenance. We will pick up our potions of booze though, because that's a good source of confusion in the early game. And I'll just quickly check this room up here for the item, which is nothing much, but I might as well wear it since I don't have any armor. Okay, so that's that quest done, and we got a +3 hard studded leather armor, which brought us up to level 3, so that's nice. And let's do the Thieves Hideout quest as well. So let's buy a lantern, a Scroll of Light I think, and we'll spend the rest on a sling, which we don't have yet, so I should pick one of those up. That doesn't have a sling available, so I guess not. Neither does this. Okay, well, we'll forego the sling for now. I guess we'll just spend the rest of our money on potions. That was the wrong button to press. Meant to read the Scroll of Light there. But that's fine. Okay, well there's that quest done. Staff of Illumination is also pretty good. And we'll see if there's any armor in here. So the gloves are making us unsuitable for spellcasting, but that doesn't actually matter that much for a rogue, I don't think, because we're not going to be relying on our spellcasting anyway, and I would rather have the extra +1 to damage from the gloves. We can also learn Disarm Traps at this level, but I don't know if I'll bother with that. Anyway. That nabs us a good sword, and does that bring us up? Not quite. We're one away from level 4. Anyway, let's grab some Scrolls of Recall. Mushrooms of Cure Confusion as well we need. And I guess we'll just head down into Warrens and see if we can take out the wargs in there for the quest, as well as the Dungeon Guardian for a stat boost. Might as well just pick up some magic mapping as well, make things quicker. I would like Confuse Monster 2. Maybe I should have checked this shop before I bought the scrolls. What we can do though is quickly Stare Scum. That was like 2.6k I think. And see if we can find some gold in here quickly. Although actually this is probably not going to be quick, so maybe it's better to just go down as usual. And hopefully it'll still be there when we are finished with this dungeon. So with androids, you get bonus to your level from everything except your rings, your amulet, and your light slot, I think. Yeah, rings, amulets, and lights do not influence growth. But everything else we do gain bonuses for. Unfortunately, that cloak is apparently worth nothing. I was hoping that would push us up to level 4. If you examine equipment, okay, so yeah, it has a score of 1, but no construction value, whereas the sword does. Anyway, let's just continue down. And I kind of wish I had a sling, but I think we should be doing okay against all these guys. Actually, no, we're not, we're dying. Let's phase door away, get a bit of health back, and try and fight them one by one. I should probably use the heroism as well. Yeah, there we go, that's going a bit better. It would be much easier with a sling, so hopefully we find one soon. Androids are pretty decent at melee, and they also get good bonuses to strength and dexterity. They don't have great stealth, but lucky and being a rogue sort of balances that out, I think. So our stealth at the moment is good. Okay, there we go. If I wear this on my offhand, that does actually bring us up to level 4. And I can learn nothing. I guess I'll just take it off then. And when I took it off, you might have noticed that we went back down to level 3. If I had learned any spells that required us to be level 4 and then taken it off, we would have forgotten it. Confused. Let's eat our mushroom. Actually, I completely forgot that I bought those scrolls of magic mapping after all that. Should have been using those. Okay, nothing good from those guys. That is probably not better than the longsword. And we've found 2 wanted monsters in this dungeon so far. And let's see if we can track down Mugash. Oh, yep, there he is. Okay, so let's do the regular thing, throw the potion of booze against the wall to confuse him, and now we should be able to take him out pretty easily. We're going to get surrounded by kobolds though, so we're going to have to back up. And he's no longer confused. He's resisting quite a lot as well. Okay, there we go, finally. He is killing me though. Alright, there we go. Go with strength. That will bring us up quite a lot, I think, this bastard sword. 3.05 construction value. So that's brought us all the way up to, what, level 10? That's pretty good. Let's go strength for the big boost at 18. It's brought us up to 1860. So yeah, you kind of can see how androids work, is you sort of plateau, and then if you find something good, you can jump up in levels quite a bit all at once. So the goal is pretty much to use rogue abilities to eventually go into the deeper dungeons where stealth is very handy, and just nab stuff out of vaults hopefully to get levels quickly. But I haven't really played androids or rogues very much before, so I'm not sure how that's going to go. And I can just recall out of here, I don't need to go back to the stairs. And we do now have enough gold for that wand of Confused Monster. If it's still there, it is, great. And we can turn in those 2 skeletons as well, for lots of speed. Let's drop off all this junk. And is there a sling available? Okay, cool. Not cool. Don't have enough money for that sling. I could do Crow's Nest if I had a sling, so I suppose what we'll do for the moment is head down into the next dungeon and get some more money in there. I forgot to turn in War Quest as well, so I should do that. Ah, there's a sling. Right, so let's get out of here. Turn in Warg Quest for a Cloak of Stealth, that's nice. Brings us up to level 14. Let's buy more recall, because I forgot to do that. Get curing, more serious wounds, and what else do we need? Nothing really. Let's make a macro for shooting, and I should save that. Did I pick up the next quest? I didn't. So we can go do Compost Heap, probably right after we do Crow's Nest. Hopefully we find something good in Crow's Nest, which is often the case, and that'll bring us up another couple of levels. In terms of spells, we can learn Detect Objects at this point, See in the Dark, which gives us more infravision, and Tread Softly, which is a bonus to stealth. So that'll be handy for this quest right here, the See in the Dark. And this quest, it's very easy if you have a good ranged option, because these crows usually go down to 1 or 2 hits from a sling. We don't want to be within line of sight of them though, because they will curse us, which can potentially kill us if all of them do it at once. And aside from that, it's a bit of an annoyance to be cursed, because then you have to go buy scrolls to remove it. Okay, I think that's probably most of the actual crows, and the only one that's left is that big guy at the end. That chainmail will bring us up, I think. Yep, level 15. Let's go Dex this time. Level 16 as well. Pebbles of Exploding, they'll be handy. Free action gloves. Brought us up another level, and also we're no longer unsuited for spell casting. Here's another thing. I forgot to mention about androids. So that amulet gave us electricity resistance, but you notice that we don't have 50%, which is what the first pip would usually give you, and the reason for that is that androids are vulnerable to electricity. So all of the resistance we get towards electricity won't count for as much as it normally would. I think it's maybe 3 sources you need to get to around 50% resist. So just throughout the game we're going to have to be very careful around anything that breathes electricity, because we won't be resisting it as much as normal. Let's try out these exploding pebbles. Working pretty well. Okay, there we go. So that's that quest down. Cloak of Freezing. I wonder if that's worth more than the Cloak of Stealth. So we're at 15.5k, 15.2k, pretty much the same. I'll probably keep the Cloak of Stealth on for now though. And none of that is worth more than our current armor. Okay, so there's that quest down. And now we can quickly go finish Compost Heap as well. And before we head in, let's cast our rogue buffs. So that, what's it called? Tread Softly brought us up from good stealth to superb stealth. So that'll hopefully prevent things from waking up too early. We do also get this Cruelly Attack It. So as a rogue, we get bonuses in melee for attacking, sleeping, or fleeing monsters, I think. Not as good as what a ninja would get, but still a bit of a bonus. How do I want to deal with this? There's a lot of crap around here. Hopefully I'm just stealthy enough that it doesn't really wake up. I can confuse him actually. That'll help. Okay, there we go, he's down. And the rest of this quest should be pretty straightforward. Our stealth buff has gone away, so let's reapply that. And I think that's just about done. Ah, there we go. One last guy. There we go. Okay, so did anything drop anything worthwhile? Ring of Combat plus 10. That's quite good. Brings our melee damage up to 66. More pebbles. Is that ring mail better? No. More recall. More tele. And nothing else really. Okay. So let's go turn those quests in. We should get boots, yeah. Boots of Levitation for doing that one. Hopefully that brings us up another few levels, so we're on level 19 already. That's pretty good. And I suppose we can now go finish Hideout as well, just for the stat boost from killing Meng Huo. Yeah, we should also be casting Detect Objects, I think. Just in case something really good happens to spawn on one of these early levels. Again, we're not really interested in killing monsters for experience, we just want to find good equipment. Plenty of recall around. Let's see, what do we want to enchant? Where are our gloves at? I guess just the shield. This room up here is actually a sort of special room, so it might be worth checking out that broad spear. Things in special rooms are more likely to be good, although that one was trash. And we're in sight of Meng Huo. I suppose if I speed and explode this stuff next to me, and try not to get confused as well. He is summoning things, that's what I was afraid of. Okay, so I can get to him now. Let's confuse him quickly. And we should be good to go now. And there we go. Let's go Dex because we're on 18 for that. Got us another 2 points. That's a good ring mail. So that brings us up to level 20. Let's go Dex again. 24. Pretty good. Battle Axe of Slaying. Slay Evil and Good. That might be worth then. So this is 3.05k. 3.13k. Probably does more damage anyway. So we're doing 80 at the moment. With this we would do 90 versus Evil and Good. Most things we're going to be fighting, I think, are going to be evil, so I think that is better. And that's a better amulet as well. And Stone to Mud, which is nice. Okay, that was pretty successful. Right, so there's 2 dungeons down. And at this point it's probably time to do our big loop of all the towns. Do I have any quests to turn in? No. Let's drop off some crap at home. We don't need the booze anymore, we've got a wand of Confused Monster. We don't actually need to detect traps from a rod. And we have curing now, so I suppose we could drop the Cure Confusion, but I'll probably just hang on to it. And can we learn any spells at level 24? So we can learn Minor Getaway, which I think is just Blink pretty much, or actually just like a mid-distance teleport looks like. And I think we have enough money to buy the second Thieves book, which we buy from the black market. Another nice thing about rogues is that we actually get a discount at the black market, so all of this stuff is a lot cheaper than it would be on any other character. Let's buy Thieves book 2, and I don't think we're interested in anything else. So we can get mapping from Thieves book 2. Pickpocket, which I think just, yeah, you attempt to steal something from a monster without actually killing it. I think the way that works is that it actually reduces the loot you would get if you did kill it. So if you pick a monster's pocket a bunch of times and then kill it, it might not drop anything, but I'm not 100% clear on actually how that does work. And another nice thing that I was interested in when I was doing a bit of testing on rogues in wizard mode is this fetch object. So this can pull items through walls, but not from vaults. So it's not quite as good as I initially thought it would be, but it's still pretty damn good. Because my plan with this is that if we go down to, say, Angband, and we find a lot of the special rooms, we should be able to just steal the loot from them without actually entering them. And that should work out very well with androids for leveling up. Eye for Danger as well is telepathy at level 25. Anyway, for the moment let's just pick up Pickpocket and Fetch Object. And I don't think there was anything else I wanted in this book. And make our way around the towns. I think I should also get a quiver. Well, that's a pretty small quiver, but I suppose it'll do. We can put these in it. Looks like we've got Troll Cave this time. And nothing near us, so let's not bother. And while we're here in Anambar, we can do the cop quest, which we actually failed in the last YouTube playthrough. Hopefully that doesn't happen this time. Probably shouldn't, because we are going to be much stealthier, so most things will be asleep when we go in, I think. Right, so let's head in here, and yeah, that's good. Get mapping for free, and don't really want to try out. I guess we can try out fetch object on the shield over there, because this is usually a good shield, so I can kind of show it off. If I target that, I need empty feet under my empty floor under my feet, but I should be able to pull it through the wall, I think. Did that work? Or did I? Ah, I failed to cast it, I think, because I'm out of mana. Alright, looks like things are starting to wake up now, so I might as well just illuminate the floor. And let's fire our exploding pebbles at these guys. That worked out. And there we go, there's that quest done. Smaller the Shield of Night and Day is probably better than that guaranteed shield, although it didn't bring us up another level. Okay, so let me show off what I was talking about. If I cast Fetch Object on this shield, okay, it slips from my control. So I guess you do need to be proficient with it, maybe? Or maybe you can only have, okay, max weight 36, which I think is like 3.6 pounds. And I guess the shield is weighing 5 pounds. Yeah, 5 pounds. So maybe it doesn't work on things that are too heavy. I haven't done a lot of testing with this, so I'm not quite sure. That's 12.7k versus 6.76, so that would bring us up to... Wait, no, not quite. It's worth more though. Doesn't quite bring us up to the next level though, and I think I would rather have the Shield of Night and Day. We'll hang on to it though. Right, so let's turn that quest in so that we get our house. And we could also dip into Smuggler's Den and just fail the quest, just to get the guaranteed Gloves of the Thief. But we do have Gloves of Free Action already, so I don't think I'll do that. Let's drop off that shield at home and head on our way. Actually, I guess we don't really need magic mapping or enlightenment anymore because we've got the spell. The fail rate is a bit high, but whatever. Eat one of our flasks of oil, and here we are in Morivant. So in Morivant, I do want to do these quests over here, because after this quest, Tengu and Death Swords, there's the Mimic's Treasure, which very often has pretty good loot in it, and that could boost up our level a bit. I'll do this one first though to get the whip. Although, I don't think the whip will be better than our current weapon. Maybe it will be actually, because we're not getting very many blows. We're only getting 2.4 blows. And the whip also has mana branding on it. Right, let's see. I think probably we just shoot some pebbles of exploding in here to clear out these guys. Can we just grab that with fetch object? Oh, no we can't. We need empty floor. Let's see. Failed to cast it, don't have enough mana. Oh well. I'll get to show it off eventually. Let's just grab it and run. So let's see. If we wear that, we're currently doing 90. And this would do 115, so it is better. And if we wait to get mana back... Oh, hang on. Does this not have mana branding? I guess it doesn't. For some reason I thought it did. Anyway, it is better than the axe, so we'll go with this for now. In fact, this also gives us telekinesis, which is pretty much the same as fetch object, although it looks like the weight is less on this one. Right, well let's turn that quest in. And it's a bit dangerous, but I think it probably is worth attempting Tengu and Death Swords. Just because even if things go poorly, hopefully we can just leave and fail the quest. Because I'm really just interested in getting to the next one in that line. And let's buy some potions of speed while we're here. No serious wounds. Well, I probably want to hold off on doing that quest until I have a bit more healing, so I suppose I will leave it for now and just rest at the inn so it's daytime again. And we can pick up Angband. There's a couple of scrolls that we don't know. I suppose I will have a look at those. Is there a door here or what? Actually, I do have stone to mud. I could have just used that. Treasure detection, which is not a scroll I care about. I suppose that while we're here, we may as well just head down a little bit in Angband and do a bit of it now, since we do have free magic mapping. That leather is not likely to be better than the current armor, although I suppose I should check it. I suppose it is worth killing these orcs because they usually drop something, and they're a one hit anyway. And a robe, but that's it. And the robe is nothing. The variant maintainer must be either east or west of us. I'm assuming east. Yep, okay. And we can just clear out all these with exploding. Trident of Sharpness. 2.35k. It was more than the whip. I don't know if it'll actually do more damage though, so we're doing 115, 99. Okay, so the whip is better. And we can take out Bull Roarer as well. How did he get all the way from there to here? He is faster than us. I guess we just had a really bad turn. I don't really want to let him hit me in melee because he can steal and then flee. Is that a better sling? That is a better sling. Right, so we might head down to whenever the next, well, this is a small level, whenever the next level guardian is, and then I think we'll stop Angband there. And so this level is guarded by Paw the Thief, and he should be pretty easy to take out. Lots of stuff around here. Let's confuse you. Oh, you're immune. Well, he's also -5 speed, and he doesn't actually hit to steal, so I'm fine with him getting into melee range. And there we go, he's done. Do want to pick up those potions of sight for when we do shadow fairies. We don't actually have a cap at the moment, which is I noticed that because that metal cap got auto destroyed. Because we're above level 20, anything that doesn't have a magical bonus on it is now getting auto destroyed. But we're going to get a cap from shadow fairies anyway, so that's fine. And let's leave this level before those guys breed everywhere. Oh, our sling is pretty crap at the moment. Hopefully we find a better one. I think we'll just stop Angband here and continue grabbing the towns. And I don't have fire resistance, but I think I do want to do Doom Quest right now, because the Staff of Teleportation is very useful to have. At the moment, if we got confused by something faster than us, the only option we have is to just quaff curing and hope that we can manage to read a scroll of teleportation, but if we had a staff, then we would be safe from that situation. And we do have resist heat and cold anyway. So let's pick up a bit more curing. And I wish there were more serious wounds. There's another confused monster one there, but we don't need it. And anything in the black market. Not really. Alright, let's see how this goes. We want to take out these Black Knights as soon as possible, because they're somewhat dangerous. And there are some guaranteed potions of cure serious wounds in this quest. I think that's the last of the Black Knights, so I think we're good to illuminate now. Get fireballed by the Archvile. Let's just hang back here and kill everything else. Right, so, oh, there is one more. So So I think what we do is, once everything is actually dead, okay, there we go. Quaff haste, quaff resist heat and cold, and just try and explode him as soon as possible. Okay, there we go. There we go. Can't speak today. And there's some landmines here, but that's fine, they'll just blow themselves up. And we do currently just have a ringmail of protection, so for once it's actually worth picking up this dragon armor here. And this is probably going to boost our level up, because I think it's worth quite a bit. Yeah, 326,000 construction value. So hopefully that brings us up. Let's go, what do we want to go? I guess strength or dex is fine, let's just go strength. Up to level 27 from that, that's pretty nice. And there's also some enchant armor scrolls here. We can enchant the cloak. And did that bring us up at all? So we're at now for the cloak plus 8. I suppose we go the gloves then for this set of scrolls. This elven cloak, actually that's probably better than the cloak I just enchanted. It does have +2 to stealth instead of +1. I think I will wear that then. Probably should have put that on and then checked out those scrolls of enchantment. Okay, anyway, there's that quest done. So we now have our Staff of Teleport, and we can continue along our merry way. Right, now what I'm hoping for in this town is that we get the stranger here, beautiful, because I think what I can do, fetch object has max weight of 40, so if we manage to do the stranger quest and then do the vault quest, if we're really lucky, hopefully we can just steal sting and then just leave immediately, and then we have a really great weapon, but we'll see how we go. So first of all, we have to actually finish this quest. Let's stealth up, head in here, and we should probably haste as well. This guy's immune to confusion, and he's also fast. Let's go heroism. Okay, that worked out. Now, longbow of accuracy, it's probably worth more than the sling, but it doesn't bring us up another level, so I won't wear it. The vault is a level 35 quest, but if with our stealth buff up, we have heroic stealth. And what's actually the distance on fetch object? I should test that before I actually head into the quest. I think it's maybe 15 squares or something. If I drop a pebble here and here and here, so this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. We'll go 16. Can I pick up that farthest pebble? Okay, it actually has a reticle. So wait, what is that? 16. So the range is... oh, I've forgotten where I was standing. From here to just there. So what's that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. 18 squares. I think that's doable. Let's just see how we go. Hopefully I don't die. But if I do die, it hasn't been that long. I can just restart. Right, so let's haste, not sight, haste I said, softly, haste again because I rested, detect objects. Now let's see, how far away are these? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So I have to walk east 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And hopefully I can just not fail it. Oh wait, is that going to complain at me because there's a corpse under me? Okay, good. Not sting. Let's just kill that. So 7 north from here, so that's, ooh, clear hounds. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And we're out of magic. I guess we just go for it. Beautiful. Read the recall now just in case we have to stay here, avoiding monsters, but it looks like we're in the clear. Alright, cancel that recall. And Sting is quite a good weapon. Worth 28k. Gives us free action as well. Let's see, so at the moment we're doing 137. With Sting we are doing 137 as well, but we now get extra versus evil. Is that actually the same as Sting? This whip is better than I thought then. I guess because we're... I guess it has a higher damage bonus and we're getting 4 blows with it, so that's pretty decent. Anyway, so we've got Sting now, which is a very good weapon. That'll tide us over for a while, I think. And we could do the Barrow Downs as well, just for the Cloak of Mary. We do actually resist Nether. I think I might put off the Barrow Downs for the moment, although that would be nice for the confusion resistance that we would get from the cloak. We might come back to that. Anyway, let's drop off these two and head back to Morrivant and do the Thieves Guild quests here. What do I want? The pebbles that we have are probably not going to do enough damage to actually kill the jellies fast enough. But there aren't any better pebbles here. We should maybe just go for it and see how we go. I can always leave and fail the quest if things go poorly. Is there anything else I can learn, by the way? Eye for Danger, so we can pick up telepathy as well now. That's the wrong book. I should be hasted. Yeah, the pebbles that we have aren't good enough, I don't think. Okay, so there's 2 jellies down. And none of the Tengu are awake yet, which is good. We're actually all out of pebbles. Okay. We're slow, but everything is still asleep. No mana. Okay, something's awake now. I think at this point I probably just wait for all of the Tengu to come out, and I should probably illuminate the level so I can see them if they come up around the back way. Only 3 left and they're all asleep. Okay, so let's take out the next jelly. Let's use the good pebbles because he's not dying. And there's another Tengu awake. Okay, we're actually going pretty well. I was thinking that we'd probably have to fail this quest. Actually, where did he go? Somehow lost sight of him. Right, so there's all of the Tengu gone. That's the main dangerous thing about this quest, because they can teleport you next to all these death swords. And none of these swords are likely to be good enough now that we have Sting, but we can still check them out. Okay. Well, that one's not bad, I guess. Not better than Sting, though. This is actually quite good. Let's see. 154, 209, and 172 normally, so this is actually better than Sting. We can wear that then. Although Sting does also give us free action. We have 2 sources of free action though, and that's plenty for the early game. Alright, I think I'll hang on to this sword. We'll drop Sting off at home. We can wear that ring, that's plus 21 AC, which is decent. And now we can do the Mimic's treasure, which after all my talking up, hopefully actually does have some good loot. Telepathy isn't picking up anything. I guess all of the monsters in this quest are mindless. We'll go speed, resist heat and cold, and hopefully we just don't get confused. If we kill all these things quickly before our buffs run out, I think we're pretty safe. And it looks like it's working out okay. Alright, well there's all the dangerous stuff gone. Now we can look at this loot at our leisure. Trident of Mole Man. It is worth more than our current sword that we have. I don't think it'll do more damage though. Actually no, that's pretty good. 217 poison, 162 normal. I think maybe we do stick with this then. It also gives us plus 2 stealth, which is nice. We can wear that helm, because we don't have a helm at the moment. We picked up charisma, let's just drink that. And there we go, quest done. That's actually worth less than the blue dragon scale mail. Resist dark and regeneration. Don't know if I'll bother wearing that. And wow, got book 3 for burglary already, which has what? Create stairs, panic hit, panic shot, summon traps, flee level. Looks like, well, create stairs is handy. and flee level, I guess, is like teleport level. Not sure what New Beginnings is. I think that's like sort of the Amberite ability. And Major Getaway is teleport with very little energy. Okay. Well, that's nice finding the third book for our realm so early. So if I wear this chainmail, do I go down? Oh, well, I can't take this off. So one bad thing about androids, I guess, is that sometimes you'll want to wear equipment which is better for your character but is worth less. So this blue dragon scale mail that we're currently wearing is worth 326k, but I'd probably rather wear this chainmail of elemental protection because it also has resist fire on it. And the problem there is that the chainmail is only worth 104k, so we'd probably lose a level or two. I don't really care about light vulnerability. I don't think. Nah, I think I will wear that helm. Gives us a little bit extra damage as well. Rod of Recall, that's nice. And that's it. Okay, so yeah, pretty good haul from that quest. And I think to wrap up, I'll just do a little bit of the arena in Thalos. And let's get rid of this curse. So yeah, if I wear that chainmail, we do drop down to level 25, which means that we forget telepathy and... Oh, hang on. You've forgotten the spell Eye for Danger, but then we remember the spell Eye for Danger. Okay, so we don't lose any of our spells. We don't lose any damage. I think we do lose a little bit of health. I might just stick with the Blue Dragon Scale Mail for the moment, but I'll keep the Chainmail in my inventory in case we need to swap it out for Resist Fire. Let's drop all these Recall Scrolls. And we can drop off the healing as well. We don't need that just yet. And is there anything in here that I want? I guess the self-knowledge. How much is that? 5,000. Probably not really worth it then. That charisma is... yeah, okay. Okay, yep. So let's just head to Thalos and do some of the stuff that we can do there. So we can do Shadow Fairies, we can kill Farmer Maggot. And we can do the quest after Shadow Fairies as well for a good sling, I think. And we can do some of Arena. So how much of Arena do we actually want to do? We can get the Rod of Detect Monsters. I think that'll be useful because we don't seem to have a monster detection spell in Thievery. No. Don't need the detect traps. Probably should have bought mushrooms of regeneration, just in case that guy was more dangerous than he turned out to be. Let's get fast recovery and cure poison maybe? Do we need that at this stage in Arena? I can't actually remember. We do have 2 free actions, so we're fine to melee this guy. there's our detect monsters. Spirit Naga, we can see, we have one see invisible. We might just wait until we get the helm from Shadow Fairies. I suppose I should pick up the mushroom quest as well. Okay, so Potion of Sight. I should probably stealth before we head in. Amber stealth, pretty good. And with our stealth attacks, we're actually one-shotting these guys, which is nice. Okay, so there's Shadow Fairies done, which gives us our helm. I wonder if that's... It might actually be worse than the Troll helm. 2.79. Yeah, 10.5k. Well, I'll wear it just for the Spirit Naga. Actually, I should probably get Cure Confusion mushrooms as well. Oops, don't want that many. Because I think this guy can confuse you. Yep, like that. There we go, let's swap helms. Basilisk. Well, we do have 2 free action, and we have poison resistance from being an android. Okay. And there's our acid bowl from killing that guy. And might just stop here for the moment. Let's do the next quest. Ginny's Cavern. I suppose, well, this is electricity monsters, but... Well, we are at roughly 50% resist electricity. Hopefully it's not too bad. And we should be stealthy enough that we can just get in, kill everything, get out. Okay, don't want him to summon anything worse than that. I have had it before where he's summoned Baba Yaga into this quest, which is just an immediate fail. I suppose we'll pick up the fireball as well. Okay, so I think the reward for this is a good sling. Oh no, that must be the alternative quest. I think it's the Cyclops one, you get a good sling. Feanorian Lamp though is also nice, I guess. Well, actually, I would have really preferred the sling now that I think about it. This light doesn't actually contribute to our construction or construct value. But anyway, I think that's all I want to do for now, so I'll call it here. Thanks for watching, see you next time.